Kristen, you have to lend me a hand. I'm in a crisis. What am I going to do with my life from now on? Life's been so freaking hard for me these days. I need your support. Meet me in front of the bus station right now if you're still down for the blind date. I hope you didn't forget about it, right? Anyways, when we get there, be sure to make me look good in front of that guy. Just tell him how popular I was during our school days. Wait, do you mean right now? I never heard anything about the blind date. Did you text me beforehand and give me prior notice? Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. He only has time tonight. I can't miss out on this guy. He's like definitely a 10 out of 10. You know how much I want to get married, right? I mean, I heard that not only is he a lawyer at this multi-billion-dollar firm, he also has a six-pack. What's more, he speaks like 5 languages. So, of course, I couldn't turn him down when he asked to change the date. This could well be my last chance to get married into a great family. That's why I'm telling you to help me out, okay? You're not going to turn me down, right? If you still think of me as your best friend, then meet me at the bus station. Sorry, but why don't you ring someone else up? I don't even live that close to the bus station we always meet at. Plus, you have other friends, right? I don't really want to go on any blind dates anymore. My life has gone into a new chapter, and I'm no longer that Kristen I used to be. Excuse me? What are you even talking about? Are you drunk or something? You'll always be the Kristen I know. Plus, I'll be left in a difficult position if you're not here to make me look good. I mean, there's such a stark contrast between us when you're sitting next to me. I look so much prettier all of a sudden. You get what I'm saying, right? What do you think I even texted you for then? Of course, I won't ever go shopping with you. That would be too embarrassing for me. I need someone nerdy like you to make my face and body stand out. That's what it is. Now do you know why I need you here by my side? Forgive me for always being so nerdy then. I never knew that you feel embarrassed to go shopping with me. I thought the reason why we never went shopping together is because you know how I prefer bookstores instead. But all things aside, I really can't go on blind dates anymore. Like I said, there have been some big changes in my life, so I would really appreciate it if you could stop texting me from now about blind dates. We could totally hang out at other places if you want. Are you being serious right now? I don't want to be seen with you in other public places. I mean, let's be honest. I would never hang out with you if we weren't childhood friends. Plus, don't just throw in the towel because nobody wants you. You got to keep on trying, am I right? If you really want to be more popular, then, get plastic surgery or something. You know that new guys chase after you because you're ugly. So if you really want to find yourself a date, then first put on some powder that could cover those hideous freckles. That was kind of mean of you to say. I don't think it's right to judge a book by its cover. What's more, that's not even what I meant. In fact, I'm engaged. With that being said, I don't see fit for me to go places where there's only single people. You know, I don't want to give others the wrong impression. What? Are you kidding me or what? Today's not even April Fool's Day, so what's wrong with you then? I'm telling you to stop messing around with me right now. Wait, are you really getting married? But how? How do you know him? When did you guys even start dating? God, I have so many questions. Slow down a bit and relax. I'm getting married, all right? You don't know my boyfriend, but I can tell you the details later on. So please forgive me. As you can already see, I'm taken, so I really just don't want to give other guys false hope, you know? Plus, I'm sure that I'm not your only friend. After all, you've been claiming all this time how popular you are. If that's the case, then I'm positive you'll find someone else to go with you in the blink of an eye. Wait a second first. But I still can't wrap my head around the fact that you're engaged to someone already. I mean, you've always acted like you don't have a boyfriend, just like I do. What's even going on right now? I didn't get a chance to let you know this yet, but I met a guy 2 months ago online. Wait, really? You met him online? I don't believe it. It's my first time using this app. Anyways, I really think that he's the love of my life. He really wants to get married and start a family. Plus, before he confessed his feelings for me, he told me that he's looking for a woman who has the same opinion on marriage as him. Then yesterday, he finally proposed to me. He asked me to spend the rest of our lives together. It was so sweet. Yesterday? This has to be a lie. I can't believe it. You're engaged to someone whom you met online 2 months ago? This is all way too fast. I know, right? That's what I think too. Though, on the other hand, I feel lucky to have met the right man for me. I guess it's just destiny who made the love of my life appear at the right time. That's when I decided to get married. What? Yeah, we're planning to have a family-only ceremony. I'm gonna start preparing for it soon. Also, I would be so blessed if you can come, Crystal. We've known each other ever since we were babies, so I want you to be my bridesmaid. Well, that's never happening in a million years. Don't even think about it. I won't attend the wedding of a backstabber. What do you mean by backstabber? It doesn't make any sense at all. How can a nerd like you get married before me? Unbelievable. What's worse, you're not even gonna go on blind dates anymore just because you're engaged? Don't you find it ridiculous? How unforgivable of you to stop helping me find a boyfriend. I'll bet you've been looking down on me this entire time while I'm busy with going on blind dates. The thought never crossed my mind, not even once. I'm just gonna tell you the truth right now because I'm literally fed up. Guess what? I've been friends with you only because you make me look good in front of men. That's the only reason why I haven't stopped seeing you. But I can't believe that you would get carried away and decide to betray me, you dirty hooker. Someone so nerdy like you should never even be engaged in the first place.
Long time no see. Are you free to talk right now?
Long time no see, Jade. Yeah, I have a few minutes. What's going on? Is something wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong, really, but I want to ask you something. Did you by any chance get into a fight with Kristen? She's my daughter, so I know her very well. She's been acting strange recently.
What?
I've baked a huge apple pie this morning for the Thanksgiving dinner that's coming up. Then, a few of the guests said they couldn't come, so I told Crystal to bring a piece over to your house. But she told me that you guys are no longer friends anymore. So I wanted to get in touch with you and figure out what happened.
Oh, sorry for making you worry, Jade. It's true that we haven't been getting along recently.
That's what I thought. I tried asking Crystal what the matter was, but she seemed very reluctant to let me in on the details. And just when I thought she's willing to open up, the only thing she said was that it's all your fault. She called you a traitor and a hypocrite.
I guess she's still holding a grudge against me then.
Well, I'm assuming that you guys will make up later. After all, it's been 10 years since the two of you got into a fight, right? I don't want to see this turn into the end of your friendship with Crystal.
I mean, the last time we fought was in 2nd grade.
You have no idea how hard I worked that time to finally make you guys shake hands and give each other a hug. So, I hope this time I won't have to take things as far as I had to in the past. Plus, you've known Crystal forever. She never apologizes first, you know that, right? That's why I'm very concerned.
I understand. Crystal's always hated to admit defeat. She thinks that only losers apologize to others.
I can't agree with you more. I was wondering if you can say sorry first then. You know that I feel bad for asking you this, but I have no other choice.
You want me to apologize?
I don't know who's to blame, really, given the current situation. Plus, Crystal will never give in if you don't do something about it, so why can't you just act like a mature adult and yield this one time?
That is not possible. I will not apologize to her no matter what. Crystal's basically throwing a fit right now because things didn't go her way.
Fine. I respect your decision. Then can you maybe shoot her a text?
Are you being serious?
Of course, I'm not saying that you have to do it right now. You can get in touch with her whenever you see fit. There's no rush. The only thing with Crystal is that she has too much pride. So even if she wants to make up with you, she doesn't show it.
I'm well aware of her personality and character, but I don't plan to back down this time.
After all, I'm not the one who's in the wrong. Well, still, can't you just call it quits for the sake of your relationship with her? Tell you what, Crystal's getting married soon, so it would do me a great favor if the two of you can just turn the page already. Wait, what? She's getting married soon? You heard it right. Her father and I heard this a few days ago. I mean, she brought this guy home and referred to him as her fiance.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure she wants to let you know this great news also as soon as possible. That's why I'm telling you right now, just to bury the hatchet and let bygones be bygones. Or else it's highly likely for you to miss her wedding.
Hold up a second. Her wedding is approaching already?
Yeah, it is. I'll bring the pie over to your house later tonight. Tell your mom that I said hi.
Hi there. Did you receive the wedding invitation yet?
Crystal, what in the world is going on? This invitation card doesn't look right to me.
What do you mean? What doesn't look right to you?
You know what I'm talking about. What's going on? Why is the name of my fiance written next to the word groom? I try to convince myself that this might be a coincidence, but my boyfriend's first and last names aren't even that commonplace. Explain to me right now what's the matter here.
Jeez, don't get all riled up just yet. Nerds usually aren't that emotional like you are right now.
Excuse me?
Just like you expected, my husband is the Timon that you're very familiar with. I mean, it's too bad that I will be marrying the love of your life.
What are you talking about? I'm so confused. Why the heck are you two engaged all of a sudden? Timon is supposed to marry me this weekend.
Not only are you a nerd with a boring personality, I'm starting to think that you might be quite dumb too. But I'm not surprised, because if you aren't what you are, Timon probably won't dump you for me.
Pardon me?
Well, it turns out that I'll be the bride at your wedding. Don't worry, because you'll still be invited, Kristen. You're just not going to come here as the bride. In fact, you're invited as the bridesmaid.
Are you being serious right now?
You bet I am. I mean, it's just not right for you to get married before me. I don't care if you bawl your eyes out on my wedding day. After all, your fiancé will become my husband soon.
How are my wedding and boyfriend suddenly all yours? I don't understand. Or did you steal Timon from me? Are you trying to say that the two of you have been cheating on me this entire time?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Call me whatever names you want to, but that won't change the reality. Just know that you're a loser no matter what.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, ruining your life is actually pretty easy. Seducing Timon was nothing but a cakewalk for me.
I don't know what you're trying to get at. Why would you do something like this? What do you even get out of ruining my life? What is it that you want?
Do you still not understand what's going on right now? I have to get married before you do. That's my ultimate goal.
What?
The last thing I want to see in this world is me being single while you're already someone's wife. Tell you what, my jaw almost dropped when I heard about your engagement. So I went on blind dates every single day after that to find myself a groom too. Just then, a light bulb went off in my head out of the blue. That is, making Timon mine would solve all of the problems.
Are you being serious right now?
I'm such a genius, right? To be honest with you, I'm really tired of constantly getting introduced to a new guy. Plus, it's costing me way too much money. But thanks to you, getting married is now an absolute no-brainer. I guess that you'll never get to experience this feeling of being on top of the world.
I'm at a loss for words. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Shut up, you're nothing but a traitor. I mean, weren't you thinking of getting rid of me after you married? Obviously, I'm not gonna let that happen. That's why I'm making both your wedding and husband mine.
I regret being friends with you all these years.
It's the worst decision I've ever made in my life. It's hard to believe that you would do such things to me. I was really looking forward to my wedding on the weekend. But now not only is my wedding someone else's, the love of my life has also left me. I know, right? Life is unfair, Kristen. Although the ceremony is not the most luxurious one in the world. I'm assuming that you still spent a fortune on it. After all, it cost you about, $40,000? Oh, it brings tears to my eyes just by thinking about how pathetic you must be right now.
Yeah, whatever. The venue itself is not that big, but the decoration and wedding dress are all very expensive. That's why I can't believe everything that's going on right now.
Oh, come on, don't be so negative. You know I feel bad for not only making your boyfriend mine, but also having you pay for everything. With that being said, I would like to thank you in advance for the $40,000 coming out of your wallet.
What are you talking about? I haven't paid a single penny yet.
What?
I'm not paying for the wedding. I mean, why would I be paying when I'm not even the one getting married? You're really away with the fairies right now, aren't you?
Wait up a second. What do you mean? Why are you not the one paying for the wedding, though? The transaction should be finished by now. Remember, the wedding is this weekend.
I know, right? The transaction would be finished by now under normal circumstances, but I happen to know the fact that Timon is as poor as a church mouse.
What?
The total cost of the wedding is $40,000. I suggested to him that we each pay $20,000. That's when he told me he doesn't have a penny to his name.
He doesn't have a penny to his name?
Yeah, so I was going to pay everything myself, but just in case if any accidents were to happen, I asked the wedding company whether it's possible to pay afterwards, and they said yes. After all, some guests might decide to decline the invitation last minute or simply just not show up. With that being said, I wanted to be careful with the number of tables we set up and the menu options. Of course, Timon doesn't know any of this.
Oh? My gosh.
My parents were planning to buy me a $20,000 car as the wedding gift. Sorry for letting you know this now, but you better get ready to be the one paying for everything.
This is ridiculous. You can't do this to me. How come I never heard that your parents are going to buy you a car as a wedding gift?
I am their only daughter. Of course they have nothing to hold back on my big day. But now that everything's changed, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Obviously, my parents will not be attending the ceremony, so there's no wedding gift coming from them. I hope you've saved enough to afford all this.
Never in a million years. I also don't have a penny to my name. Do you even know what this means? It means that I spent all my savings on clothes and makeup. You know how many blind dates I went on. Timon and I are both broke then. How can we manage to afford the wedding?
That's not my problem. You should figure it out with the groom. If I have to be completely honest with you, I wasn't exactly sure on marrying someone whom I met only 2 months ago. Timon's for sure a good talker, all right. Easy on the eyes. He seems like a catch, but he's like a lost teenager who doesn't know what to do with his own life. So I've actually been on the fence all this time about whether to spend the rest of my life with him or not. But then you came along and did me a great favor. I guess now I can break up with Timon without any worries.
Hold up a second. This is unfair. I don't want to marry someone who's an overdrawn bank account, though.
What are you talking about? You have to treat Timon well if you want to get married before me.
What?
Anyways, I'll let my parents know what you think. Since we won't be at your wedding, I'm just going to throw the invitation card in the trash. Have fun this weekend on your big day. Kristen, you have to do something about Crystal. She just told me that she stole your boyfriend. Is that true? Now she wants to give him back to you. This is true, Jade. I don't know what's Crystal's side of the story, but she did steal my wedding and fiance. I was supposed to be the bride this weekend with Timon the groom. I can't believe it. In fact, this is the reason why Crystal and I got into a fight. She doesn't want to see me get married before her. What's more, she told me not to get carried away because I'm nothing but an ugly nerd. That's how your daughter thinks of me, as her childhood friend. It must be a lie. This is not the Crystal whom I know. You're her mom. Of course you would think of her as the little angel you've always believed her to be. If you want, I can send you screenshots of our texts as proof. I'm good. It's not necessary to take things that far. I've known your family for over a decade, so I'm well aware that you're not someone who lies. Thanks, Jade. Allow me to say sorry in place of my daughter, who's nothing but an absolute moron. I have indeed failed as a parent. I don't know how I had the audacity to make you apologize first. Trust me, if I could go back in time, I would beat myself up without mercy. Oh, please don't say something like that. You didn't do anything wrong. You're simply unaware of what happened between us. Still, I feel horrible right now. You know what? I'm going to sit down and have a talk with your parents face to face. I'll do anything to make up for what Crystal did. So make sure to let your parents know how sorry I am.
Is this how you treat your friend? My life's a hot mess right now. My mom's going to disown me. She told me to marry whoever I want as it's none of her business. She's not even coming to my wedding on the weekend.
Jade cried her eyes out when she came over to apologize the other day.
What?
And yet, you still haven't changed your attitude. You really need to grow up and take responsibility for your own actions at this point.
What actions? All I did is convince Timon to dump his stupid fiance. My parents should feel rather glad to finally have the son-in-law whom they've always dreamed about. I could have been pregnant by now with their grandchild, but this is how they show gratitude? By disowning me?
Seems like you still haven't realized what you've done. Anyways, I hope you're looking forward to your wedding on the weekend.
It's all your fault that my life's ruined right now. I have no choice but to cancel everything. I mean, my own parents aren't even gonna come.
Oh, really?
But it turns out, I still have to be charged full price for the cancellation fee. I can't believe I have to pay $40,000 when I'm not even getting married anymore.
I know, right? It's too bad. Like you said, life's unfair. Plus, you didn't even let the wedding company know beforehand that the bride's gonna be a different person. If I were you, I would be glad that they're not asking me for an extra fine.
Stop playing with me. I mean, this is your wedding in the first place, so you need to pay for it.
Excuse me?
I wanted to get married before you. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Plus, I now have no parents or friends to rely on anymore. What's worse, I'm now knee-deep in debt. How could I have known in the beginning that things would turn out this way?
Actually, you forgot one more thing. When she was at my house to apologize the other day, your mom promised me that you'll financially compensate for the loss I suffered.
What do you mean? Are you out of your mind or something? What else do you want from me?
You stole my boyfriend. I was already engaged to him. But because of you, the two of us broke up. In other words, you destroyed my marriage. So I don't think your mom's mistaken in making you compensate me financially.
It can't be true. I don't believe it. Aren't we friends? We've known each other ever since we were babies. You can't possibly do this to me, right?
I don't see you as a friend anymore. You don't deserve to be my friend.
Seriously?
Anyways, I'll let you know the specific amount when I make up my mind. And you better do exactly what I say if you don't want to get kicked out of the house. Timon and Crystal decided to get married in the end. After all, they have to pay $40,000 regardless of whether the ceremony takes place or not. They were even quite confident that there will be a handful of guests there. In Crystal's words, "My parents and friends are definitely coming. I mean, we've known each other our entire lives." At least that's what she hoped to see, because not a single person showed up on her big day. So Crystal and Timon basically had a two-person wedding. What's worse, they're now chased after by debt amounting to a total of $10,000. I can only imagine how hard life is currently on this couple. Nonetheless, I think that their story only goes to show how important it is to treat others the way you want to be treated. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when a new video comes out.
Don't forget to also leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.